Everyone, welcome to Math Guru. Today in this video we will learn about pair of linear polynomial and how to solve it. Okay. So let's begin. So first let's see the definition of linear equation with two variables, right? So it will be always in the form of ax plus by plus c, where a, b and c are constant and x, y are the two variables of this linear equation in two variables, right? And since it's a two variable, so the solution of the linear equation in two variable will always be a pair of points, right? And on the characteristic side, if you can see, it will always form a straight line. If you can see on the graph, it will always form a straight line, right? And all the points on this line would be the solution for this equation, right? Linear equation. Let's understand it with an example. X plus 2y equals to 6, right? So if I plot that into a graph, so it will be a straight line which will cross x-axis at 6, where y would be 0, right? And y, where x would be 0, is 3, right? Between 4 and 2, 3, right? So these are the 2 points in which these are 2 points which are the solution of this linear line or the linear equation with two variables, and all the points, okay, on this line would be the solution. So let's try to solve it with this 6, 0. So if I replace x plus 2y equal to 6, x is 6, then 2 into 0, okay, 6. So 2 into 0 is 6 equals 6, right? It's a solution, right? Similarly for 0, 3, right? If I replace 0 plus 2 into 3, okay, so it will come up to 6, right? This is the final solution. So these 2 points are the solution, and all the points in this line would be the solution for this, okay? Let's take the example of linear equation with two pair, right? So it means that two equations, right? So here you can plot it. 2x plus 3y equals to 11, this one, and 4x minus y equals to 5, this one, right? So you can see that these two lines are intersecting at 13 by 7, which is just less than 2, because 14 by 7 is 2, right? And 17 by 7 on the y-axis, right? So that's less than 3, right? They are intersecting, but it's not the case that lines will always intersect, right? There may be some cases where lines would be parallel, or it would be just the coinciding lines, right? So let's see the condition for that, where we will see that. So okay, so let's see to intersect the two lines. Okay, so when I say it's of a1x plus b1y, if you get an equation like this, b2y plus c2, right, equals to 0. So to intersect means, just we saw in the previous, if you want both the line to intersect, the condition would be a1 by a2 should not be equal to b1 by b2, right? If this condition satisfied, then only the line will intersect, otherwise it will not intersect. To have a parallel line, right, it should parallel means, like if I have this equation and this two line which is not intersecting, right, but it will go in parallel, okay, the condition should be a1 by a2 equals to b1 by b2, should not be equals to c1 by c2, right? This should not be equal, right? In that case it would be a parallel line, right? And the coincidence line means basically like infinite solution, means one line is overlapping the other line, would be a1 by a2 equals to b1 by b2 equals to c1 by c2, okay. Okay, so to solve this pair, right, as which we discussed earlier, either what we can do is that we can plot that on the line, right, and then try to find a solution, or there are some other ways through which also we can find the solution. There are two methods. One is that substitution method, and second is the elimination method, right? Let's take the example of 2x plus 3y equals to 11 and 4x minus y equals to 5, right? Let's try to find the solution for this with both the method. Like let's first start with the substitution method, right? So substitution means like x equals to 4x minus 5, right? So what we will do, we will substitute this y equals to 4x minus y in this equation, right? So it would be like 2x plus 3, and this whole value we will populate it over equals to 11, and then we will simplify. We will say, for example, 2x, right? If I solve it, 3 into 4, 12x minus what? 15, right, equals to 11, and then through this we can do 14x, right, plus 26, right, and then x equals to 26 by 14, equals to 13 by 7, right? So this would be the x point. Okay, now we have got the x, right, and we can fit it into any of the equation, right? Let's example, if we pick this equation, then what we can do, we can substitute this 13 by 7, right, plus 3y equals to 11, and then we can calculate the y, which will come up to 17 by 7, right? This method is called substitution method, because here what we are doing, we are substituting in y, one variable with the other variable through the help of the other equations, right? The other is the elimination method. Okay, in elimination method, what we do is that we eliminate one variable, right? So what we do is we modify or multiply the second equation with some variable through which they will cross each other, right? They will intersect each other, right? So similarly, like if you can see 2x plus 3y plus 13 by x minus 3y. So we multiplied first with the 3. So now we have this minus 3y, and then we will add this both these equation, right? And here through which we can calculate 13 by 7, right? 26 by 14. Okay, and now we have found the x, and now we will feed this value just we did in the previous slide in the second equation, and we will get this value, right? 17 by 7. So these are the two methods, substitution and elimination method, through which we can calculate the we can solve this problem, right? A pair of linear equation with two variables. I hope you have found this video useful. If you like this video, please click on the thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. Thanks everyone.